Okay, this is going to be part 1 of my update because it's the first video I recorded after my last update, which I posted, yes. And all the wheels are here, which is because I started work on it. And I removed the front wheels. I removed, I guess, they were headsets. I removed the headsets and I removed the broken brackets. Right now, I have a bit of time before I need to go do some work, but I'm planning on trying to get just those 2 holes drilled. I mean, there are 2 holes. How long should they take? And the screws in place. Maybe if I'm super crazy, I can even put it all together, but I should probably wait on that one because it's going to take a little bit of time to screw them. And you just got a glimpse at those. Right here I have some epoxy out. Don't worry, it's not wet. Well, no. That was yesterday anyway, last night. I got the things glued on, the brackets. So this is the first time I'm touching them. They should be all nice and spazzy. No, jazzy. That'd be weird if they were spazzy. They should be all nice and jazzy and ready to go by now. And here they are. So that's probably not very easy to see. So if my camera focuses properly, you can see I put some glue on the right here underneath of this part to keep it from bending. And they should be glued in place other than that, the end parts. Which, yes, that definitely feels solid. I was excited all day for this. So hopefully these should stay in place right by when I have it mounted and everything. But I'm gonna go drill those holes, and hopefully sometime by the end of the day I can get this thing put back together again, and this video edited and uploaded. It's Monday, February 27th, so there you go. If it's not the 27th when you're watching this and it says it was posted, then I guess that I didn't post it today. Pretty simple. Okay, what was I doing last? Okay, last time I had the DReaM completely disassembled, and I said that I was going to screw some things, and I think I was excited that I epoxied something. So, here's what happened. I got the hole drilled. Surprisingly, it went through this bit of metal really easily, but using some handy-dandy tweezers, I was able to fish it through the hole for this screw, and around, and put it in, and then tighten it enough that it stays on. And I did that on the other side, and I reassembled everything. And then I had this guy for the other side somewhat on, not really tightened very much, but it was on there loosely, and it got bumped, and the entire thing fell off. Because the clampy part didn't fall off, the unclampy part, the extended bracket part, that part did fall off because it snapped off of the bracket. And I actually have a simple solution for that now. Epoxy didn't work well, I already said that, although it kind of held it in place. I already have it done on there because that one didn't break, but I'm going to take the other side of the bracket off on each bracket, and I'm going to try to hammer the end of the... I'm going to take the clamp off on each piece, and I'm going to try to hammer the end of the bracket, the tab that sticks through the hole on the clamp down so it becomes flattened and the entire thing stays on. I'll probably have to get a bracket to show you that. It's upstairs right now. But hopefully, it's tomorrow now. I said I was going to get this video out today. I said I was going to finish this over the weekend, but I didn't. But hopefully I can get this video out today for sure, because I just have one thing left to do. If I'm extra lucky, I can test it today and make a video on that. And if I'm not extra lucky, I can test it tomorrow when it's 70 out, and then have a video on it. But that's it for the moment. Okay, yay, it worked. So you can't really, now you kind of can see it. If you see where it's jutting out, where it's clearly not epoxy and it's actually a tab, That's the part that I wanted to try to hammer flat. I removed this top part, which just unscrews, and then I could fit my hammer in there, and I'll have to not drop it while I'm doing it. But I can try to get that guy, if I can get it in focus, I can try to get it hammered down the right way. Yep. I swear it will fall apart, but I've done it other than that. If you can see now, it's not going to focus, is it? Let's go into the light some. If you can see if it's focused enough, even kind of without it in focus, it's not really sticking out anymore. Come on, camera. And that is because I managed to oh, come on, focus. And that's because, yeah, there you go, you can see that. Ish. I managed to flatten it down by hammering at it. And it looks completely mangled up everywhere, but I don't care because it's staying on. If not untightly, it's still pretty tight. I mean, who knows? It could pop off at any minute and just fall off, and then I'll cry and I'll have to start over again. But it's better than running out to Home Depot and spending another $1 on a bracket. I just used this block of wood and I propped it up against my shoe because, I don't know, somehow that works. And then I used the rounded edge of this hammer. And now I'm going to put that on, and I don't want that to fall off, which it still could. In fact, yeah, it did, because it fell off from both sides. So I'm going to do it to that side too, which should already be pretty much on there. And hopefully it will stay then. I'm surprised it hasn't fallen over yet. It was clearly standing in the last video, but let's just take a look at the work I've done. So this wheel is pretty in alignment. It has a little bit of a, I think that's positive, a positive camber, meaning that the wheel is tilted a little bit this way, which is intentional because that improves stability. Although I don't really measure how much camber there was, I don't really care that much. This one, yeah, I might have to mess around with that a little. The camber's a lot more, which probably isn't a great thing, but it's even more so because, again, this tube is tiny, and so it's leaning that way within here. Probably because of the steering rack, which isn't on very well, like usual. But the steering rack is working again, meaning I'm not worried about that. I've shaken it back and forth some now. It's not falling over. I just have two questions left. One, will the steering rack break off again, which won't be terrible unless if I'm on it and it's moving more than a little bit, because then the wheels will go spinning out of control and I'll crash into a tree and break all my bones, which will be a lot more expensive than what I could pay to just go and fix it. And then my other question, I guess, is the tube gonna bend in half? I need to do some research on how strong the steel tube is. I think it might be strong enough, luckily. But then I have some worries over here about structural rigidity. This could still bend that way or up or down from all the motion. I'm not sure if it will, but I might want to take a look at that. And I might be decreasing it again with the bending part, but I don't care that much as long as I can like ride this in a parking lot and it for the most part won't fall apart, I guess. Anyway, I think I already showed how you wrote it. Oh wait, it was in pieces then. So no, I didn't. Let's just move her forward. Yep, hit that, that's fine. And the wheels are... I hope it's not falling apart again. It feels like it's falling apart, but that seems like something that it usually feels like it's doing. I have noticed these do have the potential to rotate just a little bit because of the size of the hole that I drilled for the screw to go in. So maybe I'll try to fill that up with something so it won't do that, and that the camber will stay all the right way. But when you're riding it, it's very simple. You put your arm down and you rest it on here, and you grab the thing and move it back and forth. the other arm, which I'm holding the camera with, hang on. You prop down here, like I said, and you can grab the brakes with that, which I probably need to adjust. Oh, it's turning. That's actually promising. It's not falling apart. That's what I was expecting to be doing. Yeah. And then, you sit on the seat and you pedal. And then if you want to shift, you have to be super lucky and hope you don't die as you shoot out your hand, letting go of the steering rack, which is hard to control, to dangerously shift the gears. All the while, you're probably decreasing your speed and you don't need to shift at that point. Okay. Maybe I'll try to ride this later. I'm hoping I will. Let's see what time it is actually. On my piece of junk laptop. 4:21. Violet, I'm recording a video. So maybe I'll have time. I have like until 5 probably, and then I need to go do some other stuff. I guess I can try. Yeah, how long will it take? I just have to not go until after 5. It's warm enough today anyway. It's like in the 60s. Although I don't want it to break, but it will probably break anyway.